How's it going, guys? It's been a while, I know. As you can see by the title of this video, I will be participating in Book-Tube-A-Thon. That's my cheer. That's my little cheers and my excitement cheer. I am super excited for this. If you don't know what Book-Tube-A-Thon is, then there will be a description and links in the doobly-doo below. This is commencing from July the 15th to the 21st, which is next week. It's so close. And because of how I am, I'm pretty late in catching up on the Booktube community news, so I only just discovered it last night. I'm really excited to do this. I really want to give it a go. It's my first ever Read-A-Thon, and I can't wait. So there are 7 challenges involved in this Book-Tube-A-Thon. There's 8. There's a bonus one as well, so technically there's 8, but I just wanted to explain these to you. There will of course be the challenges down below, but still it's good to talk about it. So the first challenge is to read an average of 300 pages a day. That's a lot. Now, I don't know about you, but that's going to be pretty damn challenging for me, because I'm not like I'm a slow reader, and so that's going to be a bit challenging, but I'm here to give it a go. I want to do this. The second challenge is to read a book with over 500 pages. So basically they just want you to read a really big book. The third challenge is to reread a book. That's always good to reread books. Say you got a book you haven't read for a really long time and you reread it. It's like just reading it brand new all over again. Number 4 is to finish a series or a trilogy. Say you got a series that has 3 books, you've only read 2 of them, you still got 1 more to go. Just fair to shit, get it over and done with. Number 5 is to read a book that's been on your bookshelf forever. This is a book that you have never read before. It's just been sitting there gathering dust. It's time to just read it, okay? Number 6 is to listen to an audiobook. I've only ever listened to 1 audiobook in my life. I've never really been into them. It's always really been the actual book itself that I love the most. But you know, I'm ready to just listen. Number 7 is to read a classic. You know those classic books that sometimes you're like, well, I don't know about that. But then sometimes you're like, yeah, man, everyone knows that book because that's such a classic. And the bonus one, number 8, is to combine the challenges if you can. Now, that's really interesting. I really like that they put that in there because there's a lot of things that you can do to combine the challenges when it comes to reading books. Now, this wonderful event was created by the lovely Ariel from Ariel Bissett and Raylene from Padfoot and Prongs 07. So I will leave their original videos about this event down below. You just have to check them out. Check them out. They're awesome. They're just really cool girls. Now, after saying all that, I want to talk about what I'm going to be reading for this event. Now, because it starts next Monday to next Sunday, I am usually busy on the weekends, so I don't know how I'm going to be able to fit in 300 pages a day on next Saturday and Sunday, but I will give it my best shot. The thing is that the rules aren't compulsory. This is all about having fun, giving it a go and reading, and you know, everyone loves to read. And actually next Tuesday, on the 16th, pardon me, I actually start TAFE. And that starts from 12:30 during the day and it finishes at 9:30 at night. So I'm just gonna have to really squeeze that in. I'm thinking about doing daily vlogs while this event is happening, just saying how many pages I've read, if I've read more than 1 book, just saying how I'm going with this event. Now what I wanted to do is I wanted to show you what books I will be reading or what books I might be reading for this wonderful event. So it's really difficult because I don't have that many books, but for some reason when it comes to this challenge, to this event, there's just so many books that I can read and combine, and you know, so it's really difficult for me to decide. However, for number 7, for the classics, I'm actually in the middle, well, I say the middle, it's really only 47 pages of reading The Silmarillion by J.R.R. Tolkien. And, you know, I don't know about you, but I think that that's a classic. I have Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie. I'm pretty sure that's it. Oh, look, here it is. Hang on. Oh, you can't see that. Peter Pan Vintage Classics. So that's a classics. I have H.G. Wells' War of the Worlds. And I have H.G. Wells' The Time Machine. So I can't decide which one to read. I really want to finish this, but I also really want to read this. I really want to read these. And yeah. For challenge number 5, read a book that's been on your bookshelf forever. I have Terry Pratchett's The Colour of Magic. I don't know if you can tell by the gross colouring on the pages, but let's see. I don't know why I've never read it. It's always been with my books. But I didn't want to throw it out because it's a book. You don't throw out books. How long have I had it? Years. Just years. I remember it being in a house that I lived in 10 years ago. So, probably older than that. So yeah, I will be reading Colour of Magic by Terry Pratchett. For number 4, finish a series / trilogy. I can't decide between the Chaos Walking series by Patrick Ness. I have read the Knife of Never Letting Go, so that would also be getting rid of the 3rd challenge to reread a book. And if I did read these books, then these 2 here would also get rid of the 2nd challenge to read a book with over 500 pages, because these ones have over 500 pages. But here's the thing, I also really want to finish this. This is the Shadow Through Time trilogy by Louise Cusack. I have read the first one, Destiny of the Light. I've read it twice and I love it. But I haven't read the other 2, so what's that about? So that, you know, if I decided to read that, then it would get rid of the reread a book and finish a trilogy / series. But I have these 2 bad boys over here. This is my favorite book. This is my favorite book. I really want to read it again, but I don't know if I'd be able to do it for this challenge. It's just, there's a lot in it, like, I can't decide. That's the thing, I think, is that I really can't decide. I also have these 2 books which I really want to give a go if I can, which is Ober Newton by Isabel Carmody. My best friend recommended this book to me, and I got it, and I will do a review on it once I read it. And then I have the Gruesome Infected by Scott Sigler. I know. This is actually the audiobook that I listened to originally, and then I loved it so much that I had to get the actual book. What I'm actually thinking with this one is this would be a reread for me, and then for the audiobook, maybe listening to the 2nd book of this series, which is Contagious, and I do own that. So it's really difficult for me to decide what I'm going to read. I mean, like, if I did read 300 pages a day, if I read these little ones, you know, if I read these little ones here, then it'd be great, because I'd just be reading all these fantastic stories, and, you know, I would have finally done it. And I guess this challenge is making me hurry up and read these books that are on my to be read shelf. So yeah, I can't, it's tough for me to decide what I want to do, because there's just so many books that I want to read, but then at the same time I really want to combine these challenges, because I really want to accomplish this. This is my first read-a-thon, you know, so I really want to get it right, you know, just for myself, so I can tell myself that I achieved everything that was in the list. If you have any suggestions of the books that I've shown you, of what I should read, then, you know, I'd really appreciate your help. Book-Tube-A-Thon Ariel and Raylene also created a lovely Twitter account, so definitely check that out. It'd be a great way to just keep in touch with all the book community that is participating and has joined or has followed that account. So, you know, be sure to check that out. I will also leave my Twitter details below. I guess, you know, if I just organize all this properly, then I'll be able to do it easy. So, after a long time of stacking all these and holding these up, these are the books that I will possibly be reading for this challenge, or for this event rather. These books are really heavy, so I'm gonna get going. I just really wanted to show you all of these just all together. Imagine if I did get through all that, man. That would be so cool. I am gonna go now, so stay safe, and I look forward to hearing from you, from seeing your tweets. You know, I really want to get everyone participated in this book event because it's just so exciting. So I guess I'll see you in my next video, which will be my first vlog for this event. So stay safe, keep reading, bye. And I did that wrong, so I've got to do it again. Okay, for number 5, for rule number for challenge number 5, have read The Knife of I have read. So what I'm thinking with this